So they'll be calling you a radical, so I should have done this video a long time ago. I'm kicking off my campaign. I want a statue of Fawn McKay standing right here, or inside the infamous Stewart Library. The greatest female writer probably in American history. The young, incredible historical genius, the history professor, the history dean, the incredible writer, the researcher, the hard worker from Weber County. Went to the same high school as me. Weber High School, born and raised here, the young genius, the youngest female professor in the state of Utah's history by one of them in the country. Female professor in that era, at that age, history. Great writers, her historians, the great research historian. Why is there not a statue of her? Because she wrote No Man Knows My History? Because she said Joseph Smith had 47 wives, which the Mormon Church agrees with everything she said, 100%. I remember the day she died. Like John Lennon, blown away. What else do I say? She died right after that of cancer. Had moved to St. George. You know, her incredible work at the University of Chicago, The Belly of the Beast. That's the worst book she ever wrote. With her husband, the one on the weapons. God, what a horrible book that is. That's terrible, that piece. But Nixon's biography is a masterpiece. Her best piece by far is Jefferson's biography. She said to her husband, "Oh, I would leave you for him." You know, she's the one. I mean, this is in the day, long before DNA. She exposed all his, you know, sleeping with his slaves, freaking all the DNA, all the incredible oligarchy, political powers there be, were his bloodlines clear back then. She, the greatest of all time. The greatest alumnus in the history of this university. This isn't a little university. It's grown up in my life. I did a great interview on the Weber State radio station with Manuel. He's a genius, hour long the other day on this, on the history of this university, our place, the University of General Electric, because they blackballed me, they blackballed her. This ain't nothing new. Kevin Blanch blackballed. The historical Stewart Library, Edward Abbey the Lags, D.B. Cooper the Lags. How about Bernard Devoto? You know, and she says, I mean, they bring in all these so-called historians are from not here. They don't know their ass. You know, the campus was downtown. Yeah, so what? The campus is here now. It's been here since 1950. You don't think she was in this library after it was built? Oh, she was. She died here. She, you know, she's our girl. She's our woman. She's our great historian. She's the great. She's it. She's it. The greatest alumnus, and that's saying a lot. You know, Weber's got the great football team, so now they're posting up all these. I looked at the list they put up on the alumni, and I'm like, who put that together? Because they got a bunch of clowns that aren't from here. Fuck, there's 100 fucking alumnus from this university, from this town, from Ogden, from Weber County. She grew up in Weber County. She grew up in the valley. You know, David O. McKay's freaking niece, much more than that. Much more than that. She wasn't ever given no opportunities. You know, it was a teacher that recognized her at the old Weber High, which they tore down. My grandpa tore it down. And I remember him telling Abraham Hunsaker IV, my grandpa, Ella Potter Hunsaker, who was really close friends with her, you know, Adelia Admira Moses Tracy's freaking daughter, my other grandma, that they all knew her. She was a genius. They were historians. There were research PhDs all over this place. Oh, no, not now. It's corporate whoredom. We can't put her here, oh, because she said something bad about Bernard Devoto, freaking the Centennial. Oh, yeah, he's an Ogden guy across the wide Missouri. Freaking, I mean, all these things. He didn't go here, but he grew up here. But she sure did. She taught here. She's the greatest alumni and the greatest female writer in the freaking country, or history of this country. Maybe Harriet Beecher Stowe, you know. Also, you're the little lady who started the freaking... She's the... I mean, the Mormon Church comes right out and agrees with every word she said now. I mean, it's unreal. She died January 10th, 1981, or January 10th, 1981. I remember the day she died. I remember me and my first girlfriend had just moved in together. We were living, I remember when that happened. You know, back when people gave a shit around here. So that's my gig. I'm going to start a campaign today. Fawn McKay Brody statue in front of the Stewart Library or in front. And if they don't want to put it, you know, fuck. And they bring in these, like this guy. What a clown. Corrupt as hell. The Chinese oligarchy professor that's over there at the water school, but don't go see the Dalai Lama. They'll sensationalize people like that now. Fuck. I mean, it's a joke. It's a fucking joke. This isn't BYU. By the way, you want to talk shit about me at BYU? Look up who they're going to name the English department after at BYU. Oh yeah, my auntie, May Blanch, who was friends with Fawn McKay Brody. The greatest historian, the greatest female writer this country's ever had in the United States' history. The greatest historian, the greatest hard worker, the greatest researcher, the greatest writer, the great historian. The great historian. The great historian. The greatest. A lot of unwritten history here. I'll start working on it. Stand tuned. Statue right here, Fawn McKay Brody. I'm going to start the campaign today.